How you guys doing? This is very important. In reference to the information of having to prove my identity to these people, each piece of evidence is lawsuits in the billions against the government. The Royal Protocol is a one-of-a-kind document. It has like all the information of my body parts and top to toe, birthmarks, beauty marks, has documentation of all my teeth, and my teeth are all real, and all my teeth are real, and the number of teeth that I have are documented in it too. And even the teeth that I'm going to have in the future are even acknowledged in certain history of the documents, because in reference to, I'm not sure exactly how many teeth my parents had exactly, but my parents had really big teeth. Both my parents did. My mother had big teeth. My father had big teeth. It's kind of a hereditary trait of natural qualities. But, these people that tried to call me their child, these people didn't have big teeth. These people in CIA or FBI or whatever they are, NSA or whoever, I guess they claimed that they were part of the CIA Satellite Council. Like they claimed that they were some organization of judging people and then torturing people with satellites or something. That's not legal. You guys know that, right? So in reference to court proceedings or history of things, it's very serious in reference to the unlawful activity of their satellite controllers. But anyways, back to the point of the Royal Protocol, and in reference to my mother and my father and the documentation, and every time that they have to be told, these government people have to be told who I am and who my parents are, and the fact of information of these people don't have a right blocking me from my mother and father's mansions. Like every time we have to set it straight against them, the information, or like having to repeat the same information, it's lawsuits against the government. There's even documents that say it's not supposed to have to educate these people on the facts, because these people have documents in the government in reference to my biological parents and my identity. So, the point of having to tell them several times is more lawsuits, and lawsuits go up even higher. But, in reference to information or detailed information, like if they had to show any fingerprints from my mother and father's mansions, that they're not allowed to go into the mansions, that. So, people are not allowed to do that. But there are some people that have information, some people that have, like, maybe in reference to Rough Point, in Rhode Island, or maybe in for reference to the Biltmore or something, or some of the properties or whichever my parents owned, just basic information of things, and family history of things, just generalization, in reference to whichever properties or other properties that know who I am, or the studios. Each time it's got to be pointed out to the government or to the court system, or in reference to these men slandering my character, or them trying to mutilate. They're choking me right now. I'm about to cough. So, in reference to having to repeat the information against these people and their confusion that they're trying to create, it means more lawsuits, more court cases against them, and higher lawsuits and prosecution against them each and every time, So, it's kind of one of those things where, these people are denying who I am, who my biological parents are, and they've allowed these people to hurt me. They've allowed these people to damage my face and teeth. It's more lawsuits every day. And they're supposed to get prosecuted and sued until my teeth completely heal, until all my injuries completely heal from these government people and all these abuses. You know that, right? The lawsuits go up. They're supposed to continue. It's like, it keeps going, until everything's completely healed, until all my teeth are completely healed, meaning like it keeps running a tab on them, you know what I mean? In reference to a financial lawsuit. I mean, they're supposed to have paid me a lot of money already. And then, then it's supposed to pick up, until everything heals, meaning like they haven't paid me nothing. Meaning like it's a continuous running tab of lawsuits, and the government was supposed to make payments to me in reference to lawsuit monies, but they have never paid me nothing. And in reference to my mother and father's insurance or my trust fund's insurance, I have not received anything. And in reference to the government, if they try to use impersonators, it's lawsuits go up and people go to prison. Whoever the impersonators are that are trying to steal my identity, or people that tried to move it into properties, or they tried to call me a fake, or they tried to claim they thought my parents gave them something, and then they tried to steal the properties. No, my parents couldn't give nothing away to nobody, only to me. Because I'm the only child, 100% pure blood, So, my parents could not give away things to their friends or anybody else. It's a certain fact of biological family history. So, and the point of information is very important. So, in reference to government, every time they have to be told the same information or it has to be repeated to them or their people, it's lawsuits. Every day that they're blocking me from money, blocking me from my mother and father's mansions, or blocking me from my career, or blocking me to move, blocking me from moving to another city and state because these people was preventing my teeth from healing, and them injuring me or bullying me, and they haven't paid any of the lawsuits. I haven't received any benefits. I was supposed to receive benefits from my mother and father's companies too. Haven't received nothing from nowhere. But, each and every time these government people or the courts have to be reminded of, certain information, it could be, in reference to the court's potential lawsuits, obviously. Depends on what has already been told in the courts, and if it has to be told over again and over and again, over and over, then it's, endangerment or the factuality of, abuse of the courts. Meaning the courts abusing me, the courts abusing attorneys that were trying to represent me or trying to help me get home to my mother and father's mansions, or so on and so on. You know what I mean? That's S-O, S-O, period, O-N, period, so on, But anyways, the point of information is, they're still snaggletoothing me right now. And it's 8/02/12/2022. But, hello, Lever 2000 Body Soap. How you guys doing? I'm talking about the body soap company. How you doing? And other soaps and shampoo companies. How you guys doing? Health and beauty products or bathing products. How you guys doing? Anyways, if anybody's wondering, I haven't received any monies from anywhere. Haven't received any of the gifts anybody's tried to send. Haven't received any letters from any females or any celebrity friends that tried to send any. Haven't received anything from anywhere. Or haven't received any letters from any sports fans or sports athletes that know me or anything. Or directors, writers, or producers, or cinematographers, or modeling agencies. Haven't received nothing if they've sent anything in the postal mail. I mean, there's magazines. Sometimes somebody sends a magazine in reference to, photos, or like Vogue or Elite or Elle magazine or some of the other magazines too, pretty cool. I haven't received anything from the Hollywood Reporter or the LA Times or New York Times if they tried to send me anything. But, I was in the LA Times before and some other newspapers, obviously. But, if these people that are trying to play these tricks, if they have to be reminded that, who my parents are and who I am, claiming they didn't know who they were looking at with a satellite, they're trespassing, they're violating beauty protection laws, and, they're trying to cover up the history of where I had been abused and injured by government before. So, it's more lawsuits. And, so it's just general information of things. And these government people and the satellite controllers trying to control my life, them trying to control my freedom, them trying to steal my money or my revenues of the companies, or them trying to steal dividends on Wall Street in reference to stock that my parents had, or, in reference to stock my parents had put in my name, my birth name, and or any, family history. These people have tried to steal. These government people, and it's lawsuits every time. But if you didn't know, today is 8:05 p.m. It's 12/20/2022.